Hey guys, and welcome to In-Ring Predictions with me, Triple D. Now, this is the Money of the Bank pay-per-view, obviously enough, which is this Sunday on the WWE Network. Don't worry. You can sign up to that, and you get your first month actually free. Little promotion for them there. Alright, so, we've actually got a lot of matches here. There are actually 2 pre-shows, and let's just get started right into it. Alright, so first off is the 2 pre-shows. Right, first is a tag team match, and it is Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos, which is Jimmy and Jey Uso. Now, my own opinion, Jimmy and Jey Uso are actually a fantastic tag team. They all actually do work together perfectly. They actually do that because they're brothers. They actually work in harmony together. Alright. But Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, not so much of them a good tag team. If you want my own opinion, the only member, well, there are 2 members of the Wyatt family that I would actually have to tag team up with Daniel Bryan. Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. The reason why that was because when Luke Harper was actually in the ring, and this is my own opinion about it, he was actually a very great wrestler. He was great when he was with the Wyatt family, and he actually done most of the stuff. He was more charismatic, he was more energetic in the ring, and Bray Wyatt, I don't need to say anything much about him. When he was in the Wyatt family, he was creepy as hell, but he actually put on a fantastic performance in the ring as well. But now he's got this stupid Firefly and friendship sort of thing, but he's getting them a new gimmick as well. He's got that evil face on him now, obviously enough. That is just creepy. But I still prefer them with the Wyatt family, so obviously enough, should have just stuck with that. But it died down. Alright, that's that. Alright, next match is a singles match. Actually, who I think is actually going to win that tag team match. And before we go on to the next match, Jimmy and Jey Uso. That's who I'm actually picking for this one. Alright, next is a singles match for the WWE Cruiserweight title. And it is Tony Nese, who was the champion, versus, I cannot even pronounce this first name, but I know the last name is Daivari, because there was a wrestler who was actually called Daivari years ago. So Araya, sorry if I butchered your name, but God damn it, man, I cannot pronounce that name fucking right. Sorry. I will get there eventually. So, Tony Nese versus Daivari. We'll just call him Daivari. Right, that's his last name. Alright, so, okay. Right, cruiserweights are actually very underappreciated, and they're actually underrated. They actually need their own pay-per-view, because every time that you see them step into that ring on 205 Live, they actually put on the best performance ever. This is why WWE actually need to capitalise on this. They need to bring them their own pay-per-view. It's like the same with the women. They brought their own pay-per-view out last year because they couldn't go... Well, they can't go to Saudi Arabia because there's reasons for that. But they got their own pay-per-view. Why haven't the Cruiserweights got that? I mean, NXT's got it. NXT's got NXT TakeOver. They've got the women, they had their own one, so why can't the Cruiserweights have them? WWE need to capitalise on this. But will they ever listen? No, they won't. Alright, so who I think is actually going to win? I don't know, this is actually kind of a tough one. Both of them actually do put on great performances. But, in my own opinion, Tony Nese. I'm going to say Tony Nese. That's all I'm going to say for that one, because he's the champion. And he won at that WrestleMania after it off Buddy Murphy. Right. Now we're getting on to the main pay-per-view. Alright, so first off, on the main pay-per-view is a singles match for the US title. And it is Samoa Joe, who is the champion, versus Rey Mysterio. Now, I like the both of them. I like both Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio. Because Rey Mysterio, if you know your history, he's been in wrestling for a long time. So obviously enough, he's actually a phenomenal performer in that ring. Every time he steps in that ring, you're like, wow, this is actually a wrestler which can actually do his stuff. Same thing goes with Samoa Joe as well. I like Samoa Joe because obviously enough, it's him. But who I think is actually going to win this match, I so want Rey Mysterio to actually win it, but I've just got this feeling that WWE are actually going to keep Samoa Joe actually like the champion. But you know what? I'm actually going to go with my gut instinct as what is actually telling me. It is Rey Mysterio. Sorry, but I'm going to go with Rey Mysterio because he's a fantastic performer. I would love to see him as US champion. Alright. Next up is a singles match for the WWE Championship. And yes, this is actually not a replica title, but there. At least it's like this now. It is not that wooden one that we had from Daniel Bryan. Stupid title, shouldn't even be made. Alright, like as I said, singles match for the WWE title, and it is Kofi Kingston, who is the champion, versus Kevin Owens. Kofi Kingston well deserved that title. He actually deserves it more because he's worked his ass off for it. He actually has. And he won it at WrestleMania. I was excited for it as well. Like when he won it, I was like, yes. But then he took the wooden title, binned it, and then guess what? Brought back the other title that was before that. And I was like, oh, thank God for that. That wooden one is actually gone. Yes, it is gone. He's gone. We didn't need that piece of trash anyways. So obviously enough, that was that. Alright, Kevin Owens, obviously enough, yes, he has actually been in WWE. He's been Universal Champion. He's been NXT Champion. He's been, I think he's been WWE Champion. I could be wrong on that, but I think he has been. He's been US Champion. And I think he's been Tag Team Champion. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. Sorry about that. But anyway, and then he had that face turn, which obviously not people knew that wasn't actually going to last very long. So that was that. But the best thing that it is for a heel. That's him. He's a heel. So obviously enough, that's actually what he's best for. Who I think is actually going to win this match? Kofi Kingston. Obviously, Kofi Kingston. I'm just going to say that straight up. Kofi Kingston. But you just know Sami Zayn's actually going to interfere into that because they're actually butt buddies him again. So obviously enough, that's actually going to happen with that one. Alright, next is a steel cage match. And it is The Miz versus Shane McMahon. Now, obviously enough, this all happened when they actually didn't win the tag team champions back, and then Shane McMahon decided to actually do what he does best. Well, Shane McMahon just decided to betray The Miz, and obviously enough, attack The Miz's father as well. And obviously enough, this was a feud that actually started before WrestleMania, so obviously enough, that's that. But who I think that actually deserves this more is The Miz. Because whenever, before I actually saw this new turn from The Miz, I didn't like him. People didn't actually like The Miz, but then all of a sudden when that happened, everybody just loved him. Everybody loved The Miz. I don't know why, but they actually want to see him win against Shane McMahon. He didn't win that Falls Count Anywhere match at WrestleMania, so obviously enough, what's the point of him actually trying to actually win in the steel cage match? But I think, right, because The Miz has had the least experience in cage matches, so Shane McMahon's actually had the most, because he's been in that Hell in a Cell match, and plus he's been in steel cage matches. I think that The Miz is actually going to win. I don't know how, but I think he's actually going to win by escaping the cage. Now, obviously enough, to you people who don't know what the rules are in the steel cage match, how they go, the only way to win is by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage. Those are the only three rules. There are no disqualifications, and there are no rope breaks as well. So that's that. There's none of them. Alright, so that's who I think is actually going to win. The Miz. I want The Miz to beat Shane McMahon in that steel cage match. Alright, we're going to skip a match because obviously enough, there's a lot of things that I actually want to talk about that match. Alright, next up is a singles match, and it's Roman Reigns versus Elias. Now, obviously enough, I didn't tell you this, right? But when I went to the WWE event in Newcastle, obviously enough, Elias actually sung a song, right? Obviously enough, saying that he hates the town, but oh my god, when he actually said that, oh my god, when he said that Newcastle United is actually the worst team, I pissed myself laughing. I honestly laughed my head off because I'm a Sunderland fan. Obviously enough, I'm going to laugh at that. So, well done, Elias. I applaud you for that. So, thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you, Elias. Thank you. But, jokes them aside, since Roman Reigns came back from leukemia, obviously enough, well done, Roman Reigns. He's been back and he's been on fire. Like, actually, he has been on fire. Ever since he came back, he's been electrifying. And people love him. That's including me. Well, actually, I loved him even when people actually hated him. But I still loved him because he was a great performer in the ring. I think Roman Reigns is actually going to win this match, because there is no way that they're actually going to let Elias actually win it. So, yeah, that's that. Alright, next is the Money in the Bank ladder match. And there's two of them here. There's the women's and there's the men's as well. So, we're obviously going to go with the women's first. So, first off, you've got Natalia versus Dana Brooke versus Naomi versus Bayley versus Mandy versus Ember Moon versus Carmella and versus TVA. Right, so Alexa Bliss has actually been taken out of this match. Well, she was actually in this match, but she actually was taken out. So TVA, whoever that mysterious person is, could actually win it. So, but I don't know. I strongly don't know. Now, my friends have been actually saying, one of my friends has actually been saying Mandy Rose. We've seen if Mandy Rose could actually win it, but I doubt that she'll actually win it. Another one of my friends has actually been saying Bayley. Me, before this, I actually said Alexa Bliss, but then after looking back, Alexa Bliss actually won it last year, so obviously enough, she can't be in it, and plus she's not actually in this match. Who I think is actually going to win, you know what, I've actually got two for this one, but who I think is actually, well, my two are Bayley and Ember Moon, right? Both of them are actually phenomenal performers, but Bayley, no, I couldn't see that she could actually win it, but if she does, then that'll be great for that. So that's that. Alright, so who I think is actually going to win? You know what? I'm going to say Ember Moon. Ember Moon. She actually deserves it because she has actually worked her ass off for it. So, yeah, Ember Moon for me. Alright, next is it is the men's Money in the Bank for the world title, for World Championship, and it is Sami Zayn, who actually did qualify for it by beating Braun Strowman. We've got Ricochet, versus Ricochet, versus Drew McIntyre, versus Baron Corbin, versus Ali, versus Finn Balor, versus Andrea, versus Randy Orton. Now, obviously enough, straight away, Baron Corbin's not going to win it because he's actually won the Money in the Bank. I think, he's won the Money in the Bank ladder match. Obviously enough, my friends have actually been saying Drew McIntyre. Well, yeah, I gotta agree with him. I can't actually disagree with him. So it's gonna have to be Drew McIntyre for me, because think about this: a Scottish psychopath actually winning the Money in the Bank and then cashing it in. That will actually be brilliant. But which title would he actually go for? Will he go for the WWE title? Depending on if they put that on first before. But I doubt that they'll put that one on first. They'll put one of the Money in the Bank ladder matches on first, and then they'll go for another title shot. But if Drew McIntyre actually wins it, I think that he'll go for Seth Rollins. He won't go for the WWE title. I think he'll just go for Seth Rollins because he's had a rivalry with him. So he'll go for that one. Alright, so my own opinion, Drew McIntyre is actually going to win it. But my next one, because I said two for the women's, I'm going to go for a second one for them. It's a backup, just in case. In my own opinion, Finn Balor. I'm going to go with Finn Balor because, if he gets that Money in the Bank briefcase, he could actually go for the Universal title because technically he didn't actually lose it. He only forfeited it because of an injury. So he could go for the Universal title again. But we'll just have to see. So, Drew McIntyre is my prediction, but my backup is Finn Balor. Alright. Alright, well, we'll get this one out of the way first before we actually go with the other two matches that I missed out. Well, other two matches. Alright, so this one is for the Raw Women's title, and it's a singles match, and it's The Man versus Lacey Evans. Oh my god, Lacey Evans is so boring. Oh my god, why is she even there? You just know that this match is actually going to be boring, and they're going to build up for the next match. It's actually going to be exciting. So, it's just going to be boring. So, obviously, no, straight away, I'm just going to say Becky Lynch, The Man. I'm just going to say The Man, who's actually going to win this match. So, yep, that's that. So, that's just a quick prediction for that one. Alright, next is a singles match for the Universal title match. Well, for the Universal title. So, it is Seth Rollins, the Beast Slayer, who is actually the champion, versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles, phenomenal performer. Honestly enough, I cannot say would they actually put this match on there and make it actually a good match. Obviously enough, this match is going to be better, way better than the one that they had at WrestleMania between Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. That match was just boring. The reason why they put that on first is because WWE knew that it was actually going to be boring. So they actually decided to get the boring match out first, and then that was that. But I'm happy that Brock Lesnar is no longer Universal Champion. I'm glad that he's no longer Universal Champion. I'm really glad of that. Because at least we got a better champion on than that. Oh, that's some good coffee. Yep, the Infinity Gauntlet mug. And I actually got the Disney Store. That's cool. Alright. So who I think is actually going to win this match, because this match could actually potentially be good. It looks good on paper, but will it actually be good on the pay-per-view? We don't know. So, I think, oh god, I really want AJ Styles to actually win it, but I've just got this strong feeling that they're actually going to make Seth Rollins actually win it, just to keep the champion. But my prediction, AJ Styles. It's gotta be AJ Styles, because he's a phenomenal performer. I just like him. Performer in the ring, he's actually fantastic. It's just amazing. You don't believe me? Watch the SummerSlam match that he had against John Cena. Both of them put on phenomenal performance. Alright, so that is my prediction. And the last match, this is actually going to be the best match on the card, I think. Because it's actually going to be better than that Raw women's title match. It's going to be way better. It is The Man versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. Because she has got 2 belts. So obviously enough, she's got Becky 2 belts. So obviously enough, that's that. This match is actually going to be better than the other women's title match. I guarantee that it will actually be better, because it will make a major impact. Them two going at each other, oh my god. They used to be friends, then they're rivals, then Becky Lynch got injured, and then all of a sudden, her replacement for facing Ronda Rousey was Charlotte Flair. There was no other better wrestler for it. Well, no other better women wrestler for it. So obviously enough, she had to pick her, because she was actually brilliant in the ring. So obviously enough, these two are going at it against each other. I think, my own opinion, because Becky Lynch is actually going to win the Raw women's title, retain it, defend it. And between this one is actually going to be iffy between it, because these two are actually really good. I would like Charlotte Flair to actually win it, but I've just got the strong feeling that Becky Lynch is actually going to retain both titles. I reckon they're going to put the Lacey Evans one on first, and then straight after the SmackDown Women's title on the line. They're going to do exactly the same as what happened between Seth Rollins. Remember when he had 2 titles? He had the US Champion and the WWE Champion. US title, he actually lost. And then straight after, they put the WWE title match on the line. And he defended that one. So I reckon that's what's going to happen at this one. They're going to put 2 titles on the line straight away. They're going to put the Raw Women's title on first, and then when Becky Lynch defends that, they're going to put the SmackDown Women's title on after that. Or unless they don't want to do that and then go with the Money in the Bank ladder match, after the Raw Women's title, then that's actually understandable. But who I think is actually going to win this one, I'm going to say Becky Lynch is actually going to retain the both of them. Because there is no other wrestler that actually deserves them more than that. I mean, Charlotte Flair, yes, she actually deserves it. But I would say Becky Lynch is actually going to retain the both of them. And that's that. And hopefully there might be a cash-in on the same day. I'm not too sure, but there might be a cash-in on the same day. If there is, then that would be great. Alright, this has been the in-ring predictions video with me, Triple D. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And peace!